Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa. Welcome to Transfer Hub, your home of Aston Villa's transfer news, links, rumours, noise, murmurings, incomings, outgoings, you name it. You'll find it here over the course of the summer. If you are new to our channel, make sure you are subscribing. Get on the journey with us. Let's smash the likes. Big players are being linked, so let's smash the likes for those. Let's try and get over 1,000 likes on this episode. Comment your thoughts, and let's get into it then. So, Eberechi Eze linked with Aston Villa, a player that is hot on the lips of a lot of football fans across the Premier League, I imagine across Europe as well. A player that is excelling and doing so well, now involved in the England setup as well. So let's take a look at where the rumour is coming from. It's Alan Nixon and Costas Lianos who are saying Crystal Palace set Eberechi Eze transfer fee in desperate hope to put off Aston Villa and Manchester United. It goes on to say down here that may prove too much for Manchester United and Aston Villa, with insiders revealing that the Eagles plan to stick to their guns. So 65 million is the fee for Eze, and I would say that's a 65 million bargain, an absolute bargain for Eze, a player that is just absolutely quality. And I think if you look at some of the prices of some of the players that we have been linked with, Rodriguez, 30, 35 million. Garnacho, the rumour of the fee for Garnacho is Man United want 70. So we're linked with players that have got pretty decent and hefty transfer fees. We paid around 50 last summer for Onana. So Eze, big fee. Whether he's gettable, it's a different story, isn't it? Whether we can budget for him? Could we budget? Like, is he part of our transfer plan? Who knows? But to be linked with Eze, a player that would, come on, guy. I mean, if you put Eze in the Villa system, he would absolutely cook in behind Watkins with Rodgers as well. They've seemed to have that little bit of chemistry on England duty as well. And I mean, he's a player that's just class. He's so clutch, and this is partly what I want to get out of this up and coming transfer window is, and I've mentioned when we were linked with Garnacho, to have a player that's got a little bit of arrogance, a little bit of swagger, a little bit of cold nature about them. And I don't feel like we've got a player like that. And I go back to the FA Cup semi-final when I was looking at that game, and when I knew that Rashford was out, and you look at the two teams and you think, which player on this pitch is going to step up and not be sort of like overawed by the occasion? And I thought Eze, and it was exactly that. And I think Villa lack that type of player in our team. I think we're a very hardworking and we're a very honest team. And I think we sometimes lack that little bit of, just that little bit of not arrogant swagger about us that we believe in. We believe, and I know we believe in ourselves, but I think deep down, when it really, really matters, I think we lack a little bit of something. And that would be from what I've took out of big games from Villa last season. You go to like incidents where there's sort of a bad foul on maybe one of our players, and we don't really surround the ref. We don't really, and I know it's like what you'd want from your team, to be honest, but sometimes you just need that little bit of just that. It's not even like a nasty or a dark phase to you, just that little bit of, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. Maybe you guys in the comments can think of the word that I'm looking for. But whatever that word is, that's what we don't have, and that's what we need. And those are some of the little characteristics that I think you want to make up your team. And I think Eze has just got that. Ball comes to him, edge of the box. He's not He's not fazed by it. He's not overawed by the occasion. He just hits it clean as if he was on the park with his mates, and he just hits it clean, top corner goal. And then his celebration is just like, I don't know, I'm not bothered. And Cole Palmer's got the same. Like, he scores and he's like, all right, it's another one. And look, I think we need that. I do really think we need that. I think it's important. And some people might not think it is important, but I think all these little personality traits add up to making you become quite complete. I'm not saying every player has to be like that, but one or two, just that little bit of arrogance makes up for a lot, I think. So, Eze, I mean, I watched this interview. I think it was around the FA Cup final when he was talking with his brother, and they were talking about what he was like on sort of like the park. They had like those caged parks and where he used to play, and he used to do his flair and his tricks, and he really wanted to bring that to the football pitch. And when he was talking, I was just like, he's so good. He's such a nice guy. I think he's very, very humble and very hardworking. And I think he's brilliant. I think his touch, his skill, his vision, his football brain, I think he gets that from when he's playing chess. He's the thinker on the pitch. He's thinking about when he plays chess outside of football as well. Pacey, he's got the vision, he's got the technique, he's got the ability to play those passes and make those strikes and find that space and sort of, yeah, and I guess that's part of his, his chess move. Like, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? And that's what he's able to do on the football pitch. So he would be absolutely brilliant under Unai Emery, and he'd be great at Aston Villa. So he's 26. And let's have a look at some of his underlying numbers then. So attacking 84, creative 77, technique 84, strengths, playmaking, high pressing and consistency, which is brilliant. If we have a look at his Premier League stats then, so a 7.28, predominantly playing on that left-hand side. Again, we've got a position there that could potentially be made for him. He played 34, started 31. He got 8 goals and he got 8 assists, conversion rate of 8%, passing accuracy 81, 93% in his own half, opposition 66, 4.3 ball recoveries, 52% successful dribbles, 48, total duels 53, ground duels and 16 aerials. And if we have a look at FB Ref and we have a little look at his complete scouting report, and we'll fly through some of these as well. So he's got total shots per 90, 3.48, assists 0.28. If we go down here as well, let's have a look at his shooting, and then we can have a look at his... So shots from free kicks, he's got a 0.56. That's in the top 99 percentile. We've got long passes completed, 2.68 per 90, 81% percentile. Passes completed long, 5.84, and that's 85 percentile. We have a look at his pass types, dead ball passes 6.26, passes from free kicks 2.43. He's a corner taker as well. So is quality. Take-ons attempted 4.76, successful take-ons 2.33. So he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. I think the question for him is like, would Villa be a step forward? So I'd say for next season, I'd say no, because Palace are in the Europa League and he's comfortable in London. So for the actual playing of the season, we can't offer him anything better than what he's already got. Now, future-proofing seasons, Villa trying to get Champions League, etc., Villa growing under Unai Emery, of course, I think the vision would be there. But again, he's under a good manager in Glasner. So I think what it would take is Villa to go, we are all in, you are the man, we want to build the team around you, Rodgers, etc. And then that's what I see potentially how Villa could entice him. So again, World Cup year. So again, is he comfortable at Palace knowing that he's in the England setup still? So I would love him. I think when we talk about attacking players, everybody would love him. So again, we've been linked, so we've got to talk about it. I mean, we were linked with Neymar the other day, but guys, I chose not to talk about Neymar to Aston Villa. So yeah, we weren't going there. Right. News today is that Arsenal to make fresh bid to tempt Ollie Watkins from Aston Villa. Ollie Watkins has made no secret of his love for Arsenal, and it now seems as thought that the Gunners will make a fresh attempt to sign the England striker after failing to do so in January. So, where am I at with this one? What do I think? I think this is all agent mind games with the transfers of Sesko and Gyökeres. I think for Arsenal, it's Sesko, Gyökeres, Watkins. And if they don't get either of the first two, then backup is going to be Ollie Watkins. But I think what has been happening, from what I'm reading from the Sesko thing, is that Arsenal really want Sesko. Gyökeres he's been put out there the last couple of days saying he wants Arsenal, he doesn't want Man United. And now Watkins is in there as well. And I just think it's all this toing and froing of how a transfer can get done, etc. So I think it's all a big game. I still believe Watkins will stay at Aston Villa. I don't think he'll go to Arsenal at all. I think Watkins stays at Aston Villa. So I'm not too worried about this yet. I think we're pretty good with Watkins. So yeah, I don't think there's anything really in this. But I do think there's something in this. Emi Martinez to Manchester United transfer update. We have got here, if I scroll down a little bit, Manchester United in talks with Emi Martinez. According to ESPN Argentina, Manchester United have begun talks with the Villa goalkeeper Emi Martinez over a summer move. Andre Onana faces an uncertain future after a difficult season between the sticks at Old Trafford, and it appears that reports in South America are intensifying over the World Cup winning goalkeeper making a move to the Northwest. I think that is true. And this is coming from the Argentinian side of things in Argentina on international duty. That's now finished. And I do think that he's in talks, and I do think he's probably going to leave to go to Manchester United. I've just got a feeling. And I think with that article there saying that he's in talks, and this is coming from the Manchester Evening News as well, that there's too much heat to suggest that he's not. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this one. We are going to have to keep an eye on the goalkeeper situation as well, with who's going where. I did see something around Chevalier going to PSG as well, which would be not great at all, because if Martinez does leave, he would be my number one pick. There was an article that mentioned Bulka a few days ago as well, who would be a really good goalkeeper as well. I think a shot stopper. Reminds me a little bit of Matt Sells at Forest. Absolutely massive, strong, got a great sort of steel fist on him, parries everything away, really, really good shot stopper. And his market value is at 19.4. So, again, he's got really good ratings. He had a 10 rating against PSG. He's a top goalkeeper. So, he also would be someone that I would like, but I'm not entirely sure on what his footballing abilities like with the ball at his feet. I just think Chevalier's got a little bit more of an all-rounder to his game, and he is slightly younger as well. So I think it's one to keep an eye on, and it's something that we're going to have to just keep looking at and seeing what happens and see how it develops. Now, the transfer window's back open. It opens again today. So I imagine this is why there's a lot of noise. So we've got around 14-ish days now until the end of this period. So it's important that we get our house in order and we check out what's going to be going on. So, yeah, that's the latest noise of what's going on at the minute for Villa. Let me just double check nothing else has dropped so we don't miss anything. So yeah, so nothing else so far. So that's interesting. Right, so we're going to be back with some other news in the week. We have got something here actually. Let me just clarify. Let me just double check, guys, that this is legit. Right. And it's a player that I don't actually rate that highly. So let's have a look. 2 secs. I'm keeping you in suspense here. Right, okay. All right, well, I'll mention it if it comes out a little bit more, but there is a little bit of something going on there, I think, but we'll have to see. The player that's linked is Harvey Elliott, right? And, guys, you know me. Most players that we do on Transfer Hub, I actually rate. Harvey Elliott, I don't rate him. I just don't. No, not for me. Just never flatters to deceive me. And I'm not sure what he actually is. Is he an attacking central midfielder or is he a wide player? And he does pop up with some really important goals from time to time. But I'm just never entirely convinced. And I imagine he's the type of player that would hold quite a big transfer fee. Let's just do it. Let's just have a little look at his numbers. So we were gonna go, but now we're not. Right, we were gonna go, but we're not. Right, so let's have a look then. So he's at under 21s at the minute with England. So fair play. So his strengths are passing, playmaking, long balls, 31 million. See, it's too much, I think. Predominantly plays on the right. So Bailey replacement. 6.86 rating. He's played 18 games, started 2, 1 goal, 2 assists, passing accuracy 85, 91 in his own half, 79 in the opposition. Defensive work, not standing out. Successful dribbles, 50%, which is decent, I guess. Let's go on FB Ref because we might be able to get a little bit more of an in-depth look at some of his actual other numbers. And we'll be able to see. So this is against wingers and attacking midfielders. So non-penalty goals, he's in the top 99 percentile, 0.66. Pass completion, 81.5%. Tackles, 0.83. Interceptions, 0.66. Blocks, 1.33. Let's go complete skating record. So assists, 0.33, 86 percentile. Non-penalty goals, 0.66, 99 percentile. So his actual passing is good. Passes completed, 99 percentile. Passes attempted, 98. Short passes, 95. So he's decent on the ball. He's decent looking after the ball. Possession, he's good in possession. He's very, very good. So, yeah. Maybe let me know what you guys think. Maybe you guys see something totally different that I don't see. But I wouldn't be that excited about Harvey Elliott signing. I really wouldn't. So, Villa fans, let me know your thoughts then. I mean, Eze, I'd be excited with Eze. So that shows the difference between what I am excited by and what I'm not. So, Villa fans, if you've got this far and you're not subscribed, subscribe, smash the likes, comment your thoughts, up the Villa.